Support for this podcast comes from the Utah Office of Tourism, announcing the Four Corners School of Outdoor Education. Located at 7,100 feet near the base of the Abajo Mountains in Monticello, Utah, the school's Canyon Country Discovery Center campus is an ideal location for your next tour or vacation. They invite you to visit and learn about Utah's unique canyon country through day trips or week-long adventures. More at fourcornerschool.org.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio.
True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline Office Studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I'd like for everybody to please, before I get started, to spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live. We are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, for all the folks that are trying to keep track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before I get into anything, this is episode number 322 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio show. And please follow the show on Twitter if you haven't already done so, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is Taco Tuesday for all the folks that are keeping track of the show and understand that we like to name these little days, you know, give them little nicknames and all that stuff. But anyway, folks, I want to get right into the meat of the program, because what is going on here with this media assault in conjunction with the DNC against Donald Trump is utterly disgusting. All you have to do is flip on the damn boob tube and watch these goddamn mainstream media talking head jerk dicks sit here and spew off utter lies. I mean, it's just unbelievably disgusting what is happening here. And let me explain something to you, all right? This, in my opinion, is unprecedented. I have never seen an onslaught of utter media assault in my entire life. I have never seen it on one person, and they're going at Donald Trump in every which direction. Now, Donald Trump is treading on very precarious waters as it relates to his responses to these assaults on his character, on his person, on his platform, on his politics, on his faith, on his wife, so on and so forth. Because the reason I'm saying this is because right now the media actually has the narrative on this. It's just obvious that there is still a lot of people within the electorate that just utilizes the mainstream media as a mainstream source of news gathering and information. And the proof is in the pudding. I mean, just take a look at how the narratives have been changing in favor of those that have been suggested by the mainstream media. And folks, the DNC leaks said, and I'm going to say it again, the damn mainstream media is nothing more than a propaganda media wing for the DNC. If you haven't read the damn emails, that's your goddamn lazy problem, but they're out there, all right? WikiLeaks.org. You can find them and read them for your goddamn self. It proves that this mainstream media is nothing more than a propaganda wing for the DNC. And it just does not stop, all right? It absolutely does not stop, for Christ's sake, for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump needs to start going bare knuckle with these people. If they're going to go this direction, then just go full throttle. But pick your fights wisely. Because remember, because the damn mainstream media can dictate the narrative of whatever these morons are talking about around the water cooler. Well, they don't have water coolers anymore. What do they talk around about? Around lunchtime or whatever the hell they're going out for coffee or whatever the hell they're doing. When they're talking politics in these circles, they are talking the talking points of the people that are suggesting this garbage on the mainstream media. And you see, this is why us on the Trump train and the capitalist army, we have to fight that narrative back. We have to start creating new narratives so that the folks that are talking about this ridiculous talking point they heard some idiot on the boob tube say, they're focusing on the truth. They're focusing on the facts. And they're focusing on things that they can't deny that is directly criminal in relation to the DNC. Directly criminal in relation to Hillary Rotten Clinton. And you see, this is what we have to do, folks. We got to push it in every capacity possible. All right? Now, I talked a little bit about Operation Barrel Roll, Phase 2, in yesterday's third hour. But, folks, I don't think I got into explicit details. So let me take a couple of minutes to explain what folks need to do if they want to combat this disgusting, despicable narrative that the mainstream media seems to dictate at this point in time. And, folks, we got to start working. We all got to start working together. We got to make sure that we not only combat that narrative being suggested by the mainstream media, but we suggest our own narratives that are based on facts, based on the corruption that is blatant within the damn Democratic Party, and not to mention the establishment Republican Party, too. I'm talking about Paul Ryan. I'm talking about John McCain. I'm talking about the Bushes. I'm talking about these people because I'm telling you, it's the world against Trump right now. It is the world against Trump. You want to know why? Because Trump doesn't oblige this globalist bureaucratic institutionalization of the world today. Do you understand that? Let me repeat that one more again. Trump does not want the globalization of the world at the way it has been constructed institutionally at this point in time. And that's why the world is completely against Donald Trump. That's why those of us that are on the Trump train, those of us in the capitalist army, we can't sit around and hope that things turn out in our favor. I mean, we got to double down and make sure that we spread these facts, we spread these actual truths about the criminality and corruption of these people, and we plaster it in the faces of everybody. I'm talking about going out to the damn blogs, the forum posts, the social media sites. I mean, creating memes, creating graphics, creating whatever. Be creative, creating videos, creating audio splices, whatever the case might be. Because, man, we need to start going down and making sure that enough minds are changed. Because let me tell you, these Democrats have done a good job in ridiculously brainwashing their electorate, for Christ's sake. All right? I mean, they have done an excellent job. These people are stupid. But you got to expose to them the criminality and corruption. You've got to force them to justify it. And you see, folks, if they justify it through feeble means or ridiculous rhetoric, and you're on a forum like a comment section of a damn article or a comment section of a video or a forum post, a blog, whatever the case might be, those that are looking upon that discourse, not only are they going to look at it, you're going to change minds from the third-party perspective as well, folks. I mean, this is how deep we all have to be as it relates to the capitalist army and the Trump train, folks. I mean, if you don't believe me, take a look at the mainstream media, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, I can't believe the type of garbage they're trying to throw at Trump, for Christ's sake. I mean, did you hear Obama today, this scumbag? Obama is calling for the Republicans to withdraw their support of Donald Trump, for Christ's sake. I mean, give me a break. Who the hell is this asshole, with all due respect, for him to say that they need to withdraw their support from anybody, for Christ's sake? This man has done more damage to America than anyone could ever have dreamed of. He has depleted our armed forces, for Christ's sake. He has made us a laughing stock in the world. I mean, he has basically brought in the wild Yehudis that are going to start striking, folks. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger. But, folks, these wild Yehudis are here. I reported yesterday that Homeland Security has given these wild Yehudis asylum, all right, for 18 months or more, no matter how they got here. All right, they could have gotten here through the damn Mexican or Canadian border. They could have been smuggled up some goddamn Chinese asses in shipping crates. No, it doesn't matter how they got here. The Homeland Security now is going to grant every Syrian refugee amnesty in this goddamn country. And if they're giving amnesty, folks, that means they're going to collect entitlements, welfare, food card, free education, free health care, free housing. You understand what that means, folks? We're bringing in the enemy. They're coming here. We're feeding them, clothing them, just like Europe did. Just like Europe did. Just like Europe did. And look at what's happened to Europe today. Look at what's happened to Europe today. Europe is under half-ass martial law, and it's because the people that brought in the problem into Europe, the bureaucrats, the socialists, the European Union, these people brought in the problem, and now that the problem is becoming the problem, they are punishing the domestic population with totalitarianism and the stripping of whatever rights they thought they had. And this is precisely the recipe that these liberals and Democrats are trying to do to this country today. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And I can't believe that no one else could see this. Everybody's just playing with their pecker shaft thinking that this is just some big game. This ain't a game. This is a fight for America's life. I don't know how much more goddamn evidence you need to see before you recognize that we are in a fight for America's life. We are in a fight for America's life. Now, folks, I know that there's some criticisms of America out there. I know there's some people that have some grievances, whatever. But this has been the freest country for any individual that has been born in any part of this world. This has been the freest country ever. And we are going to lose that freedom voluntarily because the majority of these people in this country care more about being entertained and feeling good than they do about taking control of their own goddamn lives. Do you understand? They're more worried about their emotions and their feelings and how they feel. I mean, why do you think our public education system made this a point of emphasis during the past 25, 30 years? They overbloviated the egos of these weak little children, and now they've turned into pussified adults. And these pussified adults don't want to take responsibility for anything individually. So instead of taking responsibility for anything, they just leave that burden to the government. All right, and then the government just gets them a check. Here's your food card. Here's your welfare. Here's this. Here's that. And you see, these dumbasses that give their authority of themselves, for those that give the authority of them individual selves to the government, don't realize that they are not in control of themselves anymore, and that government can relinquish those entitlements that you thought that were going to keep coming to you forever. And that's what's happened to Europe, folks. Europe thought that socialist utopia that all these leftists in the 90s used to circle jerk and leprechaun their asses during summer backpack vacations when they were off from freaking college. I mean, look, let me tell you something. I went to Europe in the 90s. I mean, it was great. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't fooled, all right? I mean, yeah, everything looks so great. I mean, you had these Europeans, prancing around, thinking everything was great because they were retiring at 40 years old. They had, freaking 5-hour work days with 2-3-hour lunches where everybody, takes a swig of about 2.5 bottles of wine at lunch. All the women were sexually open. Sexuality was no big deal. Women were in charge of their bodies, and if they wanted to go out and have a philanderous affair or affairs or whatever, they were free to do so. And that was the lure at the time, folks, from leftists and Democrats and liberals in the 90s. When they leprechauned their asses out there in Europe on these summer backpack vacations, because, folks, let me tell you, a lot of stupid, dumbass college kids would go to Europe during the summer and backpack their asses, and they thought it was great. And this was the lure. The 90s European model was the lure of socialism on a global scale. But, folks, take a look at what happened to that socialism today. And why, you ask, folks? And I alluded to this yesterday. Because, folks, socialism cannot sustain itself. All right? Somebody has to pay the price. I mean, all that money that's being spent to take care of the people, it has to be remade somewhere, or it's got to be taken out of somebody's ass. All right? Now, folks, I'm telling you this right now. If you take a look at the timetable of when Greece, I think this was back in 2011, 2012, when Greece went apeshit, excuse my French for a lack of a better term, because they were having those austerity measures being implemented because their goddamn little socialist utopia couldn't sustain itself anymore. And the bondholders, who are the people that are basically holding the debt for these socialist engineering programs, they wanted to be paid back, or they wanted some reassurance that they were going to cut some of these goddamn socialist programs so that they could get some of this damn interest on this bond that they are holding of Greece debt. You understand? So this is what made Greece and the people of Greece riot in the streets. Y'all remember that? I mean, you can look that up on YouTube and take a look at the video that came out of Greece at that time. These people were going nuts. I was even broadcasting at that time, and I was like, what are these people doing? They're idiots. I mean, they thought that socialism was going to be forever. Anyway, that particular episode of Greece rioting made the European central planners a little apprehensive on basically implementing that austerity measure again, until they brought the goddamn wild Yehudis in from Syria, in from Iraq, in from Africa, brought them in, infiltrated Europe. And you see, folks, now, if the government is going to implement austerity measures, you ain't going to go out in the street and riot like the Greeks did. And same with the Greeks. The Greeks got their fair share of wild Yehudis as well. They ain't going to go out in the streets and start rioting because of austerity. They're scared to go outside because they're going to be attacked by a bunch of goddamn Islamic wild Yehudis, for Christ's sake. Do you understand that the damn Europeans, I'm talking about the bureaucrats, the European Union, the people that are part of these governments, they are utilizing Islam, they are utilizing wild Yehudiism, they are utilizing jihad as muscle to shut the domestic populations up as it relates to austerity and the transition of what these bureaucrats sold you people into whatever it's going to be today. And that's what this is all about, folks. I'm not kidding around. I mean, why do you think they're bringing in these wild Yehudis into this country? I mean, you don't think that this bureaucratic system of government in this country, the establishment, the political class, you don't think they want to put us in submission? You don't think they want to put us to heel, for Christ's sake? And they don't think that they're going to bring in the wild Yehudis to use them as muscle to suppress us, for Christ's sake? I mean, this is the model. I mean, what more evidence do you people need to start realizing that, oh, shit, excuse my French, Ghost is right. Ghost is absolutely right. I mean, if the government's decided to roll back our entitlements, austerity, I'm not going to be able to go out there in the middle of the streets and riot and throw rocks and, hate the government, because you want to know why? You know who's going to fight for that government? The wild Yehudis. And why are they going to fight for that government, folks? Because, by God, they're the government that brought them in. They're the ones that are paying them. They're the ones giving them entitlements. They are the new citizens. Do you understand that? and they're going to be the ones to shut you people up. You see what socialism does, folks? It lulls a whole class of people, a whole population of people, into lunacy. And then when reality hits them, they don't know how to accept it. They can't even comprehend it. I mean, take a look at what's happened in Venezuela, for Christ's sake. Now, Venezuela is a little different than what's happening in Europe. Remember, what's happening in Europe is a Fabian socialist idea, quasi-communist, definitely bureaucratic in nature, and definitely multinational. The whole concept of the European Union was to consolidate all the countries of Europe into one nation so that we can no longer have the wars of Europe. And look, folks, this is what these European bureaucrats are actually thinking. This is what motivates these people. They think they're doing something good by doing this. They think by bringing in all the what are now known as the nation states of the European Union, you bring them all in consolidation into one big new super nation state. You intermix the cultures, cultural enrichment, and basically nullify any kind of ethnic separation, and it merges itself into some kind of forced hegemony. I mean, that's really what these European Union central planners actually believe that they're doing. And they actually think that they're going to prevent wars in the long term by culturally enriching and culture mixing all the nation states that are within the European Union. I mean, this is an absolute fact, folks. I mean, you people, you could say, oh, you're tinfoil. Well, you could take that tinfoil hat, crumple it up into a ball, and shove it straight up your ass, all right? Because what I'm saying is the goddamn truth, and anybody who can't see it, then you're an idiot. But now back to Venezuela, because Venezuela is a different story as it relates to socialism. Venezuela is a story of socialism and complete incompetence of central planning. This is a goddamn country that at the time when barrels of oil was, $110, $120 a barrel, these idiots sold that oil because, look, there's like the second or third largest oil deposit in Venezuela. All right? I mean, they got oil. And instead of taking that money that they sold on the world market, their oil, instead of taking that money and properly feeding their people and properly buying enough goods so that their people can be sufficed, instead of applying those revenues to suffice a decent electrical system and all this crap, they decided to line their own pockets up. I'm talking the socialist government, or communist government is really what it is, but they like to call themselves socialist. The socialist government of then Hugo Chavez and now Nicolas Maduro. All right, and this is really the consequence of incompetence at the top. And that's why the people are starving in the streets, because right now oil isn't faring very well. I mean, oil right now, as it relates to the producer prices, they're not making those big money transactions of 100+ barrel of oil anymore. I mean, it's getting so bad in the oil market that you even got Saudi Arabia not paying some of these subcontractors that are out there doing oil work in their country. I'm serious. Saudi Arabia, I'm not joking. They're not paying, I think it was 5,000 or 10,000 freaking workers out there that they imported from India. They're stranded there now because they don't even have enough money to get the hell out of Saudi Arabia, and yet the Saudi Arabia hasn't paid them yet. So that just goes to show you that the people that were oil-rich countries during the downturn, they didn't centrally plan for their communities properly. And you see, folks, the reason I bring this up is because no socialist model is going to centrally plan for everybody. The only person the only people that are going to plan are those that are going to plan for themselves. And that's what capitalism encompasses, folks. That's why the capitalist army and myself are dedicated capitalists. Capitalism or death. It gives the individual the freedom, the individuality to do what they want to do, to carve out their own destiny, not be dictated to by some bureaucrat, by some Hillary Rotten Clinton, some Barack Obama, some Hugo Chavez. Capitalism allows the individual to be in charge of their own life. And that's the way it should be. Capitalism dictates the means of production, not some bureaucrat. The market can dictate where resources are going to be allocated based upon the human consumption. Not by some bureaucrat allocating so many some odds of this and put them over here. It is capitalism. That's why I'm a capitalist till the day I die. And that's all there is to it, folks. Anyway, I didn't mean to get off keister. But, folks, the reason I got off on this socialist soliloquy is because that's what's driving the lunacy behind all of the left. All right? All of it. Democrats, the Bernie bros, all that crap. They are so politically romanticized with socialism, and socialism doesn't work. Communism doesn't work. Collective ideology, collective political philosophy does not work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And you know, to be honest with you, the only place it possibly did kind of work, this administration under Hillary Clinton's tutelage took them out. And I'm talking about Muammar Gaddafi's Libya. Yeah. I mean, where were you, Bernie bros, and you socialists here in America when Hillary Rotten Clinton and Barack Obama took down devout socialist Muammar Gaddafi? I mean, why don't you research Muammar Gaddafi, folks? He was a devout socialist. Everybody that was a Libyan citizen in his country had free health care. Everybody who was a Libyan citizen in his country had a home. Everybody who was a Libyan citizen in his country got a check in the mail, not because of entitlements, because the natural resources that Libya sat upon, Muammar Gaddafi split the profits with the people.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm loud. Roar!
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything!
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm loud. Roar!
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything!
Now, why didn't any of the socialists that were out here talking and calling for socialism in America, where in the hell were they when Muammar Gaddafi was being taken down, drug in the middle of the street, having an AK-47 shoved up his ass, and they opened fire? I mean, where the hell were you socialists for this guy? I mean, where in the hell were you socialists for Muammar Gaddafi out here? I mean, and look, I am a very, very astute student of history. And let me tell you, there is no socialist model that has ever even half-ass worked. The only one that half-ass did, and look, I mean, you know, we can have an economic debate on whether or not it worked or not, but I can tell you this much. It was a socialist country, and at the time that it was invaded, because, folks, that's what happened. They were invaded. There was no uprising within the Libyan country. The people that are in charge of creating ISIS, I'm talking about NATO, I'm talking about the United States of America, I'm talking about this administration, I'm talking about Hillary Clinton. They were the ones that directed, armed, and funded these wild Yehudis that infiltrated Libya. I mean, that was one of the last interviews that Muammar Gaddafi had with foreign journalists where he alleged that it was Al-Qaeda that's coming in from outside. And they're the ones, causing a ruckus. They're the ones going into army bases and taking over armaments. They're the ones doing this. There is no Libyans rising up in Libya. I mean, if you take a look at Libya Gaddafi overthrow and post-Gaddafi overthrow, it's a vast goddamn contrast, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Where were you socialist then? I mean, the only model of socialism that half-ass worked, for Christ's sake, is, look, I'm serious, folks. You can look this up for yourself. Muammar Gaddafi was such a devout socialist, I could tell you, I could go on for an hour or two about all the socialist programs that he implemented so that he could help the people. But no one was there to stop Hillary Clinton. No one was there to stop Barack Obama, who are supposed to be socialists, right? That's exactly what I thought. You want to know why they took out Gaddafi for real, folks? Because he wanted to create his own currency called the gold dinar. All right? The gold dinar, meaning that he and his currency would threaten the petrodollar on the international economic stage as it relates to trade. All right? And the reason that he can have a gold-backed dinar, because, folks, he used to sit on a bunch of natural resources, oil, minerals, gold being one of them. So I wonder who's in charge of all that now. Anyway, folks, let me move on to the next subject matter. I'm sorry that I'm going off keister here, but these things need to be said. People are completely naive of history. I mean, literally, things can happen, and a week later, nobody cares. And we need to keep reminding people that, no, wait a minute. All right, these things happen, and you need to remember them, and don't forget them. Anyway, folks, did y'all hear Warren Buffett last night, for Christ's sake, trying to call out Trump? This son of a bitch had the audacity to question the businessman qualities of Donald Trump, question his capitalism. What a scumbag, this Warren Buffett. All right, Warren Buffett, you want to go there, you son of a bitch? You want to go there? I mean, let me tell you something. You're lucky that I'm not in charge, or not some goddamn investigator with the SEC or any of these, Federal Trade Commission, any of these agencies, because I'd go right at the people that I know would sell you out in a heartbeat, and the only reason they don't is because you have that much economic influence over these idiots. All right? Let me explain something to you about good old Warren Buffett, the supposed oracle from Omaha. All right? This son of a bitch capitalized more off of the economic crash of 2008 than anybody alive today. All right? Anybody! I'd like for you all to take a look at the Forbes richest men, or richest people, I should say, because it's not just men, richest people in the world's list, and take a look at Warren Buffett pre-2008, and take a look that he was like sometimes 5, sometimes 6 richest man in the world. Sometimes he'd be 8th. Folks, after 2008, 2009, 2010, this son of a bitch was the richest man in the world. Now, how did that happen? How did this man become the richest man during an economic downturn? Well, let me explain something to you, folks. And let me tell you, what I'm going to explain to you is very complicated because, hey, it's meant to be complicated. If it wasn't complicated, everybody would be doing it. All right? Warren Buffett, all right, sitting on billions. And it's not just him. I mean, remember, he's in charge of Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is this humongous conglomerate which has, countless companies under its tutelage, for Christ's sake. I mean, I don't even know how much Berkshire Hathaway shares are, but I think it's like $25,000 a share, $35,000 a share. That's why every time Berkshire Hathaway has its goddamn investors meeting, it's such a big goddamn deal, because anybody who gets into the building, if they have at least one share, it's 35, 40 G's or whatever the hell it is. whatever the hell it is. I don't keep up with Berkshire Hathaway stock because I think he's a freaking fraud, in my opinion, all right? Let me explain something to you about freaking dumbass Warren Buffett over here, all right? This son of a bitch, all right, during the crash of 2009, all right, this son of a bitch decided that, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and put $5 billion in Goldman Sachs, even though at the time that I'm going to do it, Goldman Sachs is completely insolvent, and they have no money. They are holding toxic assets. They have a whole bunch of toxic debt. They're in trouble with the derivative security market. I mean, there was no reason to invest $5 billion into Goldman Sachs unless Warren Buffett knew that the government was going to bail out Goldman Sachs. All right? And if he did know, how in the hell did he know? Well, folks, I'm going to give you my personal opinion on how I believe he knows, all right? Now, folks, there was a guy that sat on the board of Goldman Sachs by the name of Rajat Gupta. Rajat Gupta, okay? This is an American businessman. He's kind of Indian in his, I believe, in his nationality makeup, so to speak. Well, this man was there in the meeting when the government made the deal with Goldman Sachs amongst a bunch of other financial institutions on Wall Street and made the deal for the big bailout, all right? Now, how do we know Gupta told anybody about this particular situation? Well, folks, it's already been in court documents. He's been tried for this already, so it's out there. I mean, the SEC, they bugged this guy's phone. I mean, it's a big case, all right? But he told a man by the name of Rajatman, all right? Raj for short. If you want to know his last name, it's spelled the following, okay? Get ready. Rajaratnam. I'm just going to say Raj for short, okay? Gupta told Raj in a phone call directly after this particular meeting happened in which the board of Goldman Sachs knew that they were going to be bailed out by the government, okay? And Raj, the hedge fund manager for the Cilion Group, which was $1 billion hedge fund that he was in control of, and Raj, right off the bat, started buying Goldman Sachs stocks like they were going out of style, all right? So, folks, that tells me that if Gupta told Raj, who the hell else did he tell? And moreover, who would make a $5 billion gamble on an insolvent company if they didn't know that they were going to be generously profiting? Now, let me explain what Warren Buffett did, because remember, he's a disgusting, filthy businessman. He didn't just give these idiots $5 billion, okay? He got $5 billion of preferred stock. And folks, I don't have the time to go over the vocabulary, the difference between preferred stock and common stock, all right? But you need to look that stuff up on yourself. But he got $5 billion. Okay, he bought $5 billion of preferred stock. I believe it was at $114 a share. Okay, and the company gave him $5 billion in common stock. So, folks, right off the bat, all right, right off the bat, Warren Buffett throws up his $5 billion. Goldman Sachs gives him $5 billion in preferred stock and gives him another $5 billion of common stock. I mean, they gave him $5 billion of common stock so that he could throw the $5 billion in the preferred stock. He literally made $5 billion just investing before the bailout even happened. I mean, how the hell did he even know that Goldman Sachs was even good for the other goddamn $5 billion as it relates to the common stock? unless he knew they were going to be bailed out, and which they did. And folks, I don't want to, it is a vulgar amount of money on how much Warren Buffett made off of just this deal alone. This was not the only deal that he did during the 08-09 crash. This idiot was doing this to most of the companies that were eventually bailed out, if not by TARP, because TARP bailed out Goldman Sachs, and Goldman Sachs also got a piece of stimulus package too. But you take a look at those companies that got bailed out in stimulus package 2 and take a look at who owned those companies at the time, and you're going to find Berkshire Hathaway or Warren Buffett's name related to those companies, folks. Do you understand? And you wonder why now he wants Hillary Rotten Clinton in office, for Christ's sake? All right? I can go on and on. Another instance, this was after he already, cashed in on our distress. I'm talking the America's distress. David Sokol, all right? David Sokol was Warren Buffett's right-hand man. They called him his lieutenant. This idiot, for whatever reason, all right? Now, I don't think David Sokol was an idiot. I think maybe David Sokol was trying to send a sign or something, and he was like, look, I can't believe this 80-year-old scumbag, that disgusting old decrepit man on this It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Potter kind of character. This idiot is going to continue to make billions upon billions off of the burdens and the distress and the depression of others. I can't let him get away with this. So what I believe David Sokol did, because I thought it was a stupid move, I even reported on it at the time. He knew that Buffett was going to make a move on a company, and the reason he knew it because him and Buffett had a conversation about it. So before Buffett even bought the company, this son of a bitch bought a bunch of shares in the company. And then Buffett bought the company, which raised his portion of those shares a considerable amount of cash, which is a stupid move, especially for seasoned investors like this, which makes it very precarious. Nothing ended up happening to either Buffett or Sokol. Sokol ended up just basically stepping down as Warren Buffett's lieutenant. He retired and did his own thing, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. I could go on and on about how Warren Buffett is a disgusting sleazeball, and that's why the scumbag wants Hillary Rotten Clinton in office. Haven't you noticed the amount of billionaires for Hillary Clinton? Haven't you noticed how many billionaires there are for Hillary Clinton? Why are there billionaires for Hillary Clinton if she's supposedly for the working person? If she's a Democrat for the people, for the minorities, for the LGBT community? Why are there billionaires for Hillary? Because, folks, what I just explained to you about Warren Buffett, that's what he wants to continue to do. That's what these billionaires want to continue to do. They want to rig the game. They want to rig the system so that all of our money, our tax money, our blood, sweat, and tears, our labor, our skills, our creativity are put in the pocket of this son of a bitch, Warren Buffett. So screw you, Warren Buffett, you piece of crap. What didn't this guy have prostate cancer, for Christ's sake? Hey, cancer. Hey, why don't you crawl up his ass already and take this idiot out already, man? What a disgusting, despicable human being. And, he tries to play off this pious route. He's like, well, I like ice cream. I like going to Dairy Queen. I like, shut up, Buffett, shut up. You like going to Dairy Queen. Get the hell out of here. Jesus Christ, that son of a bitch makes me sick. And he has the audacity to question Trump's business activities. All right? This son of a bitch had made billions from 2008 to now off of our pain, off of our depression. This asshole literally took our tax dollars and put them in his pocket, and the government allowed him to do it. This administration, the Obama administration, allowed him to do it. Why do you think he loves Obama so much, for Christ's sake? It's ridiculous, man. How stupid are people, for Christ's sake, man? How stupid are people? Good God. Screw you, Warren Buffett, you piece of crap. I hope you get cancer that turns your inside into liquid shit, you piece of crap. Excuse my French. I just hate that son of a bitch. All right? Now, look, I'll give him some credit. You know, at the infancy of investing, he was ahead of his time. He understood investing at a rapid pace during the 50s and the 60s and all that other crap. But now, I think he's an old man. I think he's past his prime. He can't pick stocks if his life depended on it. The only way that he can continue profiting is creating a collusion in this game. And that's what he's doing with Hillary Rotten Clinton, and that's what he did with Barack Obama, and I think everybody needs to take their head out of their ass and realize that. Anyway, folks, that's enough of Warren Buffett's stupid ass. I want to get to Khizr Khan for a little bit. Oh, yeah, Khizr Khan, huh? We were talking a little bit about Khizr Khan yesterday. This, of course, is the, Muslim father of a fallen soldier in Iraq. And once again, yesterday I preluded this tirade with, I want to thank his son for his sacrifice, but his son's sacrifice is not his Khizr Khan's sacrifice, all right? And that's all there is to it. And secondly, folks, we went into great detail on who Khizr Khan was, how he was connected to Hogan Lovells attorney, a law firm, which ended up turning into Hogan and Hartson. We told you that Khizr Khan worked for Hogan and Hartson during the time in which the Clintons used Hogan and Hartson for their taxes. And as I stated, folks, I mean, if you're doing a person's taxes, you know the crust of an idiot. You know where they're putting their money. You know where they're hiding money. You know what they're doing. All right? And that's where they got Khizr Khan. They got him because this law firm, Hogan and Hartson, not only did they do Bill and Hillary Clinton's taxes, folks, this is the same law firm that had hired Loretta Lynch. Loretta Lynch, for Christ's sake, man. Hogan and Hartson employed Loretta Lynch, which is the Attorney General now, which, of course, had that innocent meeting on the tarmac with Bill Clinton in private on an airplane prior to the FBI director releasing his findings and suggesting whether or not the Attorney General should prosecute. I mean, do you understand how all this collusion comes together now, folks? Do you understand how all this collusion comes together? Anyway, folks, we unearthed all this, and I talked about his law firm, folks, KM Khan. And, folks, I think people went and did their homework and started looking this up. They found out a bunch of information about this law firm, and not to mention the website that represented Khizr Khan's law firm. Now, interesting point of fact, it has been reported that Khizr Khan's website for his law firm was actually registered July 23rd, 2016. Okay, which is very, very interesting considering the fact that that sounds pretty close to the Democratic National Convention. All right? Secondly, investigative journalists actually called the supposed number for the Khizr Khan law firm, and they tried to deny that it was the same Khizr Khan. All right? They tried to deny it. They tried to say, oh, it's not the same Khizr Khan. Bull crap. You do a who is on the registration of that son of a bitch and freaking domain name, it's registered to Khizr Khan, for Christ's sake. Anyway, after all this being unraveled, thanks to independent investigative journalists, Khizr Khan now has taken down his website. Oh, what happened? Why did you take down your website, Khizr Khan? What happened? What do you have to hide? What are you hiding? I mean, you were sitting here going after the jugular of Donald Trump over here. You, Donald Trump, you have a black soul. Goddamn you, Allah. You have a black soul. Yeah, look at you now there, Khizr Khan, huh? A black soul. You got a black soul, Donald Trump. I can't believe you. Shut up. Give me a freaking break, man. I'm telling you, it feels good to put people that are completely disingenuous, completely deceitful in their goddamn place, man. Kazir Khan trying to put one over on everybody, for Christ's sake. And you want to know why he took down his law firm's website, folks? It's because of the kind of law he practices, man. He practices immigration law. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he basically gets people their visas. I mean, it's just it's a disgrace. I mean, and look, as I stated yesterday, that was the reason why he was up there on the DNC exploiting the death of his son. It wasn't because he cared about his son. It wasn't because he missed his son. It's because he wants Hillary Rodham Clinton elected so that business can continue to be booming for Kazir Khan. That's right. That's why he did it. He's got his own firm now. He's no longer with Hogan and Hartson. He's got his own firm now, specializing in immigration law. And why do you think he wants Hillary Rodham Clinton as damn president, for Christ's sake? Business will be booming for old Kazir Khan. So that's why he's going out here and giving this whole crocodile tears treatment, for Christ's sake. Oh, Donald Trump, you got the black soul. Shove it up your ass, you freaking cue ball freaking idiot. Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe this, you know. But you see, people are believing this moron. I mean, people are actually believing that Kazir Khan is some kind of goddamn patriot instead of some snake oil salesman, for Christ's sake, exploiting his son's death.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can seem intense. Like breakup R&B intense.
I thought you said you loved the sweater that I got you. If you didn't, you could have told me.
Geico makes it easy. Just go to Geico.com anytime to update or check your policy without all the extra drama.
I even had a gift receipt.
Not to mention, folks, people have done other investigative digging. Kazir Khan also has connections with, guess what? The Muslim Brotherhood. Oh, it all comes clear now, doesn't it? It all comes clear now. Jesus Christ, man. The more and more you unearth this crap, the more disgusting it gets. And why other people don't see this, I have no idea. I mean, it's completely insanity. I keep telling people this, that I believe that America is mentally unstable. I think that most of these people are insane out here. I mean, the facts are in your fat faces, and you people are like, Jesus Christ, you wide-eyed space cadet kooksters, man. Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and take some Twitter shout-outs so we can kind of mellow things out here. For all you folks that are unaware, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. All you have to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And the Twitter account, of course, is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And, of course, the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Now Live is the tweet to retweet if you want to Twitter shout-out right here on the broadcast. True Capitalist Radio Now Alive. Anyway, do we got any goddamn Twitter shout-outs here, engineer? All right, well, we got ourselves a few Twitter shout-outs, and we're going to get to them right now. All right, who do we got here? Look, and I'm not really in the mood for this, but hey, whatever, all right? We got Tornado Guy. What's going on? We got Ghost Scams Workers. What the hell does that mean, you son of a bitch? Screw you. That'll scam anybody, boy. We got John S.K. in the house. True Spanking Radio. Yeah, real funny. You idiots. Let me tell you something. I'm still pissed off about that yesterday. All right? You people ruined my belt. You people did it, for Christ's sake, you sick son of a bitch. Anyway, we got Hans Guvensmits, for Christ's sake. We got The Last Harass. We got Trans Cans for Hillary. Oh, that's great. Trans Cans for Hillary. We got the Cyber Police. We've got Tom Clancy, Rainbow Sixth Street. Oh, man, look, don't go there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Drunken balloon pilot. Oh, man. Y'all are going there, right? Y'all are talking about the Lockhart balloon situation. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think it's a tragedy, that people died, it's sad, okay? But with all due respect, you're going up into the air with a balloon and you're sitting in a basket. You're sitting in a basket, for Christ's sake. You don't think that there's like a slight bit of danger that correlates itself with that, for Christ's sake? Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I think anybody who goes up into a freaking balloon in a basket is an idiot. And, with all due respect to those folks that died, it's a tragedy and all, but, it's kind of those understandings like, they died, it's sad, but, come on, they were in a freaking balloon in a basket! I mean, every time a skydiver dies, they don't even consider it a tragedy, for Christ's sake, man. They just like, hey, moment of silence, another one of our skydivers died, so let's go ahead and cheers, or they do some kind of situation like that. Anyway, actually, since y'all folks like for me to suggest movies, there's a skydiver movie that's actually pretty good that Wesley Snipes starred in, for Christ's sake. Drop Zone. All right, Drop Zone, and that's why I bring this up, because it reminded me of that movie. Hey, a skydiver dies. It's sad, but hey, everybody knows there's a risk. You're throwing yourself out of an airplane. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off on that tirade. Drop Zone is the movie. Pretty good movie. It's about skydivers. Pretty decent movie, man. All right. Decent junk food for the brain. All right. We got Vetaforum Wars in the house. Dan Brown. All right. We got Dr. Bristle in the place. We got Ann and the Wizard in the house. Powerline, 16 balloons. Come on, man. Come on! Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, who else do we got here? We got some more Twitter shout-outs. We're going to them, all right? We're going to these. We got Havel the Rock. We've got Templeton's Love Child. Shut up. Just shut up. It's the Nut Shack. It's the Nut Shack. Jesus Christ. Golden EBT Card Award. Is that even a thing for real? The Golden EBT Card Award, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. It's probably made out of freaking, wood or something, painted with like some gold metallic paint or something. Just get out of here. We got Godzilla in the house. We got a Ghosto Pino ghost. Yeah, real funny, all right? We've got Atron Havoc. We've got Electrified Balloon. All right, look, that's enough. That's enough with the balloon crap. $250 spanking. Look, hey, I'm still pissed that you people broke my belt, all right? And yeah, it costs $250. I like to dress a little bit, all right? I don't walk around out here with, some disgusting-looking threads, for Christ's sake. I'm a capitalist, all right? I'm a capitalist, for Christ's sake. I'm not some piece of crap walking around in some, makeshift 2-bit hand-me-downs over here, boy. Anyway, who else do we got here? We got Ghostman Sachs. Oh, real funny asshole, all right? Real funny. Jesus Christ. DNC2, Joe and Seth 0. Oh, man, let me tell you, y'all are getting sick. Y'all are getting sick. Y'all are... Jesus Christ. Ham-bone-sized belts, $250. All right, that's it. God damn it. I'm not a freaking ham bone. Don't you understand that, you stupid morons? I'm not a goddamn ham bone. You son of a... Man, you sick sons of a... Give me the mic. Give me the freaking goddamn mic. God damn it. I'm telling you, you goddamn trolls are sick sons of bitches. I can't believe this garbage. I mean, y'all are sick sons of bitches. This is why we can't have nice things, folks. I keep saying that, and I know people think that I'm just being facetious to some regard, but I really mean that, son of a bitch. I really mean it. Oh, my God. I'm going to take a couple of more, and that's it. I'm just so sick. I'm so sick of this crap, man. I mean, I'm shooting pearls to you people. I'm shooting pearls, and you people could care goddamn less. We got Caleb the Capitalist. We got the Irishman in the house. What's going on to the Irishman? We got Shrub Whisperer. Shrub Whisperer. What, are you friends with the singing bush? Jesus Christ. We've got $250 less manly. What the hell are you talking about? That belt isn't some fruit bowl little version of... let me tell you something, man. All right? I buy the best. Do you understand that? I buy the best of the best. I don't walk around with holes in my goddamn pants or anything of that nature, boy. Do you understand that? I mean, $250 for a belt's a big goddamn deal. Believe me, all right? And let me tell you, people know this out here in Austin, Texas. I'll tell you that right damn now. They'll know that that's a $250 belt around here. I'll tell you that right damn now. We got Sergeant Yoda in the house. What's going on to Sergeant Yoda? 500 Days of Jewish Lies. What the hell does that mean? I mean, how many times do I have to tell you people, I am not a Jew, okay, first and foremost, all right? I use yarmulkes for coffee filters, you dumbasses, all right? So shove a matzo ball straight up your goddamn cedar mill eating asses. Anyway, we got Private Fred Helm Winter, excuse me. What's going on? We've got free shots on 6th Street. Look, no, don't go there. Don't even go there today. I'm telling you, I'm not going on 6th Street anymore, man. I'm going to get the hell out of Austin, Texas. I'm telling you this right now. I mean, that's my first priority. If I can't go and drink on 6th Street without worrying about some potential Jehudi going and doing some a la snack bar session while everybody's out walking the bars after last call, for Christ's sake, that I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. I'm just going to take a couple of more, and that's it, man. We got Distilling Capitalist. What's going on, man? Good to see you. We got Collect Call in the house. What's going on to Collect Call? $250 busted belt. Oh, come on, man. Don't rub it in my face, for Christ's sake. I actually found the receipt to it, so I'm going to take it back here. Probably not today, but tomorrow, because, I'm not going to pay for that crap. Are you kidding me? I paid $250 for a belt, and once I use it on some virtual asses, it's just going to bust? It's just going to bust on virtual asses? What if I was using it on a real ass? Jesus Christ. You know what? That's it. I'm done with these Twitter shout-outs. Get out of here. Get these Twitter shout-outs off my screen, engineer. Jesus Christ. And give me a drink, too. Give me a goddamn drink. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Oh, man, that's some good stuff. That's a little bit of Johnny Walker Blue Label. Anyway, folks, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread around like a wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. blogtalkradio.com/ghost is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. That is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? I mean, help us spread it around like wildfire. And, of course, folks, we just got through goddamn ridiculous Twitter shout-outs. Follow me on Twitter, folks, Politics Ghost. is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. Jesus Christ, man, some of these goddamn trolls, man. They get on my nerves, man. I mean, you people get on my nerves, man. You know that? We're over 1,230 hours of my life that I have invested in this show. You understand this, right? Over 1,230 hours of my life that you people have. How dare you? I deserve more respect. Jesus Christ, man. I forgot. What was I talking about anyway, engineer? Oh, that's right. I was talking about Khizr Khan, how miraculously he has taken down his law firm website now that the capitalist army and the Trump train are on his trail. And this son of a bitch is a little scared now. He's a little scared now that people are starting to recognize his ties to the Hillary Clinton, the Clinton campaign, and the Clinton Foundation, not to mention the Muslim Brotherhood. So give me a damn break. All right? Anyway, folks, I want to move on. Did y'all hear this tweet that it was early in the morning, folks? I mean, you know, I have to be researching. I got to be reading. Believe me, I am not stopping. Trump is going to be president. I am not going to let this mainstream media dictate the narrative. And by God, nobody on the Trump train should either. Nobody in the capitalist army should either. We need to ram it down the throats of these people and make them realize that they're not going to rig this election for Hillary Clinton no matter what. We're going to continue pushing the information. We're going to continue to push the facts, folks. And you, at the very least, need to do your part. All right? I mean, whenever I post some information, please retweet that information. All right? If you see somebody else posting some very important information, retweet it yourself. Tweet it at yours truly. Tweet it at other influencers within the Trump train. We all have to work together. This is a community, and nobody has our back in this fight. Nobody. It's us against the world. I mean, look at this mainstream media trying to dictate the narrative, for Christ's sake. It's pathetic. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, did y'all hear about Tim Kaine, this vice presidential nominee for Hillary Clinton's campaign? His regional director, when he was senator of Virginia, Joe Montano, died miraculously about 5 or 6 days ago of a, quote, heart attack at age 47. Now, why is this important? Because, folks, I can tell you that Joe Montano was in direct communication with Seth Conrad Rich. Okay? And right before Tim Kaine was announced vice president, or around the time he was announced vice president, this Joe Montano, once again the regional director of Tim Kaine's senatorial office, died of a heart attack. Now, I tweeted in a speech in which Tim Kaine pays a little tribute to Joe Montano prior to even the cause of death being released. And in the speech, he suggests that Joe Montano possibly died of a heart attack. He smoked a lot, so on and so forth. I mean, what a scumbag! What a scumbag! And if you didn't see that clip, folks, go back to my timeline, scroll down to it, and watch Tim Kaine suggest that Joe Montano, his former regional director when he was senator of Virginia, who it came out sometime later through autopsy and other reports that he did die of a heart attack, but he suggested this on the day of, but before any information about the death of Joe Montano was even suggested. Tim Kaine himself suggested that, oh, well, maybe he died of a heart attack. He did smoke a lot. He was always very active. I mean, give me a break. Suggesting it to the media, suggesting it to the crowd. Oh, my God. I can't believe this crowd. I can't believe it. I mean, I cannot believe, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. And look, folks, the reason that this is so important, because people are starting to die around the Democratic Party. I don't know if you've noticed this, all right? I mean, this is like the third person to die around the Democratic Party in the past month, okay? So I'm just saying, and then you correlate that with the DNC leaks that are being just unraveled day by day by WikiLeaks. I'm telling you this right now, folks. They are trying all stops possible. All right, they're pulling out all stops to make sure that Hillary Clinton somehow squeaks her way into this election. I mean, there is no room for error for these people. That's why those of us on the Trump train, we have to double down, man. We got to fight bare knuckle with these people. Bare knuckle. Because, look, folks, it's not just the Democratic Party. It's the establishment Republican Party, too. It's Paul Ryan. It's John McCain. It's Ted Cruz. It's these idiots that are a part of Never Trump. It's the goddamn establishment of the Republicans, too, boy. It's the international bureaucrats. It's the Pope. It's Mexico. It's Canada. It's NATO. It's China. It's Russia. Do you understand, boy? That's why I'm saying we got to make sure that information is flowing freely, and we got to make sure that it's spread around everywhere possible, folks. So I'm calling on you. I mean, you have to do something, all right? And you can do lots by sitting on your computer and going out there and spreading the message out there to as many eyes as possible. Try to convince as many idiots that are mesmerized by the Bernie Sanders campaign or mesmerized by the Democratic BS and try to persuade them to either vote for Trump or just to stay home on Election Day. I mean, it's as simple as that. Dissuade them so much that they're either voting for Trump or staying home on Election Day because, by God, those of us on the Trump train, we ain't staying home on Election Day, boy. We're going to go out in masses and make sure that there is no election fraud, that these dumbasses cannot steal the election, and that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it, boy. That's why I bring this information out in the open. Tim Kaine's regional director as Senator Joe Matano died of a miraculous heart attack. He was 47 years old, died of a heart attack. And this was as Tim Kaine was announced to be the vice president running next to Hillary Rotten Clinton, boy. You understand that? I'm not kidding, for Christ's sake. I'm not kidding. So why don't you make the connections, you budding journalists out there? Why don't you research a little bit into Joe Matano? Research a little bit into Seth Conrad Rich. Research into these people and how they connect with the DNC leaks. Because, folks, the data dump that is being dumped is far more than a hack. All right? It's personal inside information. All right? And just to prove a point here, folks, the DNC leaks have caused the heads of all kinds of people. It's already brought down Debbie Wasserman Schultz as the chairwoman of the goddamn party. Today, we hear that the Democratic Party's CEO, CFO, and communications director resigned. I wonder why. I wonder why they're resigning. I'm telling you, folks, they are in complete disarray over there on the left. That's why they are utilizing their propaganda wing of the mainstream media to dictate the narrative. And they're doing a good job doing it, folks, and we got to combat that narrative. We can't let the mainstream media dictate the narrative, for Christ's sake, because they're in the tank for Hillary Rotten Clinton, and we cannot let them do that. Once again, the DNC leaks takes more victims in the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party CEO, CFO, and communications director resigned today, boy. They resigned today. I'm telling you, the Democrats are in disarray. We got to strike. We got to continue striking. We got to go out the Bernie Sanders people. We got to go at these Hillary people, and we got to either convince them to vote for Trump because Trump is the anti-establishment candidate. He's the only person that's talking against the TPP. He's the only person that's talking about bringing production and jobs back to America. He's the only person that wants to get rid of this globalist international bureaucratic structure. He's the only person that can truly change the goddamn system. And if they're going to vote for Hillary, or if they're going to vote for Jill Stein or Gary Johnson, well, they're wasting their vote, and they have submitted to the man. They have submitted to the establishment. And that's what we got to get through these idiot skulls on the Bernie side. You vote for Hillary Rotten. You vote for Jill Stein. You vote for Gary Johnson. You are bowing down and submitting to the establishment. The establishment owns you. The establishment owns you, and that's what we have to get across, folks. It's not a joke. This is not a joke. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, once again, I wanted to reiterate Tim Kaine, Regional Director as Senator of Virginia, Joe Montano, died miraculously of a heart attack at age 47, just as Tim Kaine was announced vice presidential candidate with Hillary Rotten Clinton. And, of course, folks, do your research. Joe Montano and Seth Conrad Rich were in connection with each other, and that's all I'm going to get into as far as that is concerned, folks, all right? But, hey, I'm giving you leads, folks. And haven't you noticed that every time that I say something on this broadcast, all of a sudden a couple of days later, everybody starts saying it, everybody starts acknowledging it, for Christ's sake? I mean, isn't that funny? Doesn't it feel good to be the first on the scene, to know what the hell's going on here? That's what True Capitalist Radio is all about. The straight political dope. Fearless talk, baby. Fearless talk. Not going to shut me up. All right, I am practicing my constitutionally protected First Amendment rights, boy. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I want to move on to something a little bit more serious, and I want to talk a little bit about the Zika virus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Zika virus. Now, folks, I haven't talked too much about this as of late because I don't want people to get too scared at this point in time, because I personally believe that we are being biologically attacked with the Zika virus. Now, I know that people are going to start saying, oh, Ghost, come on. Stop it with your tinfoil hatting, Ghost. We all know that the Zika virus is just some miraculous virus that just came up out of nowhere, and now we've got our greatest scientists attempting to combat that particular virus. So don't even go there, Ghost, okay? This is one of those biological euphemisms, or those biological anomalies that only our greatest scientists can understand. Oh, yeah? Let me explain something to you folks about the Zika virus, all right? And let me tell you, this is the only place that you're going to get the straight political dope, all right? Folks, the Zika virus has been around for a long period of time, all right? I mean, do you understand? It was founded in 1947. All right? It was founded in 1947. The source, blood from an experimental forest sentinel rhesus monkey in Uganda. Yeah. And you want to know why I know this, folks? Because, folks, Zika virus is for sale online right now. All right? Look at this. Okay, I'm going to tweet it right now, okay? Zika virus for sale online. I just want to make sure that the capitalist army has its hashtag on there, because we give you the straight political dope out here. All right, and of course, let's put a hashtag ghost on there too. I'm going to tweet right now on my Twitter account, folks, where you can buy Zika virus right now online. Here it is. All right, here it is, folks. So for all you people that are all tinfoil hat this, tinfoil hat that, look, there it is, Zika virus for sale online right here. All right? You click that link right there, it takes you right to a website that sells Zika virus cultures and also goes into the history of the damn virus itself. All right? Right there, Zika virus All right, if you're a for-profit organization, it'll only cost you $516 for a culture. But if you're a non-profit organization, it'll cost you $430 a Zika virus culture, huh? How is that? How's that for a little realism for you, huh, boy? How is that? Oh, man, let me go ahead and take a swig of this.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can seem intense. Like breakup R&B intense.
I thought you said you loved the sweater that I got you. If you didn't, you could have told me.
Geico makes it easy. Just go to Geico.com anytime to update or check your policy without all the extra drama.
I even had a gift receipt.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar!
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
I'm not joking, folks. All right? I'm not joking. Here it is right here. All right? Zika virus for sale online. Now, why do I bring up this? Why am I exposing the fact that you can buy Zika virus online? Well, folks, I'm trying to tell you that this miraculous mutation of this virus didn't come out of nowhere. All right? And moreover, folks, how are they able to get the Zika virus into the people to infect them? Mosquitoes. Now, folks, let me explain what's happening with these mosquitoes that they are weaponizing with Zika virus. There's been reports, because right now Miami is being hit with the Zika virus. And, of course, we all know that Rio, Brazil, I mean, it's got Zika virus. It's got all kinds of things going on over there. But I'll get to Rio, Brazil in a second. Miami is running rampant. I mean, there is an all-out scare right now in Miami of people contracting Zika virus. This is not a joke, all right? This is not a joke. And what they're finding is that they're trying to throw out pesticides throughout the Miami-Dade County region to prevent any spread of the Zika virus, and they're finding that these mosquitoes that carry the Zika virus are resistant to pesticide. They're resistant to insecticide. Oh! Now, how in the hell does that, huh? How the hell does that work? How in the hell does that work? I'll tell you how that works. Somebody has breeded a certain mosquito that is resistant to traditional pesticides and insecticides so that it'll be that much harder to combat the weaponization of the mosquitoes in question. Now, why are they doing this, folks? Well, I mean, look at all the disarray that's happening in the world today. You know, look at all the people that are waking up and realizing that we are being completely overtaken by bureaucratic institutionalists, corporatists, and globalists. And people are becoming aware of this, so they're going to hit us in every direction possible. They're going to put up false flags. They're going to create tragedy, devastation. They're going to create bioepidemics, chemical epidemics. I mean, did you all hear that there was a chemical attack in Syria miraculously yesterday or today? Somebody dropped chlorine gas on some folks in Syria. Now, what is our media suggesting? That it was Russia, because Russia had for some reason, there was a Russian helicopter or jet that was downed in the same region that supposedly this damn chlorine gas was released. So they're trying to indirectly say that Russia is chlorine gassing people in Syria as a pretext for a direct confrontation with Russia. And you see, this is why all these things are are happening right before our very eyes. Folks, you can look this up for yourself. They are finding they cannot kill these mosquitoes with freaking Zika, whatever the hell it's called, that they cannot kill these mosquitoes in Miami. So this is why I'm saying, folks, all right, people need to be aware of what's going on around them at all times and be aware that there is a war against us, obviously. And those that are waging a war against us are those that are in charge. I'm talking the political class. I'm talking about these corporatists like Warren Buffett. I'm talking about people like Bill Gates, for Christ's sake. You want to talk about a sick, disgusted bastard? Bill Gates is spreading disease all over Africa with his Bill Gates Foundation or whatever the hell it's called. So that's what I'm saying, folks. You people need to be aware of what's going on here. And let me tell you something, what's going to happen in Rio. And I feel for everyone who is going out there to cover this. I feel for anybody who is competing in these Olympics, folks, because I believe that Rio is being put forth as an Olympic area so that it can be a petri dish to infect the entire world with Zika and whatever the hell else they're going to be releasing out there at this Rio Olympic situation. I mean, they're already feeding us news reports of how dirty and how corrupt, and, you know, they're already alluding to the fact that wild Yehudis are out there, so they're going to do all kinds of stuff as it relates to the goddamn Olympics. But first and foremost, I personally believe that the Zika virus, in correlation with the Olympics, is going to be a petri dish to spread not just Zika virus, but whatever else they're releasing during that particular event. And I don't blame people for not wanting to go to the Olympics. I'll tell you that right now. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I want to move on to another subject matter, but please keep in mind that this Zika virus is not a joke, and it is being utilized by somebody. Now, if you take a look at that particular link that I just linked where they're selling Zika virus, you take a look at the history. Take a look at who's the name of the depositor of this particular source of Zika virus. The Rockefeller Foundation. Huh? Oh, the Rockefeller Foundation. Huh? So I'm just saying, folks, you got to be aware of what's going on around you. All right? Anyway, folks, I want to talk a little bit about how Turkey is threatening to scrap the European Union deal because since the coup, or the fake coup, that Erdogan threw on himself, he's deciding that he is going to be ultimate dictator, and he's jailing all kinds of opposition and purging people, which is making the European Union reluctant on granting this visa-free travel to Turkish citizens. And the reason, in my personal opinion, they don't want to do it, folks, is because I know that they know that Erdogan is down with Putin, and Erdogan pulled a fast one on the European Union. And Erdogan and Turkey are threatening to pull out of the European Union deal because the European Union refuses to grant every Turkish citizen a visa-free travel throughout the nation-states of the European Union. Can you imagine? I mean, could you imagine if this actually happened? Look, Europe is already getting their fair share, or more than their fair share of wild Yehudis that are taking over their country and crippling their goddamn culture. But just imagine if you have all these Turkish kebabs out here just wandering around the European continent, for Christ's sake, freely, visa-free, like they're Europeans, for Christ's sake. I mean, that's unbelievable. Now, what does that mean if Turkey decides to back away from the European Union deal? Well, that means that Turkey, who is housing a bunch of refugees that flooded into his country, and he's giving them like housing and refugee status and putting them in camps and that sort of thing, so that Europe doesn't receive another influx of 2 to 3 million refugees. I mean, that's literally the holding card that Turkey has over the European Union. So if the European Union backs away and Turkey backs away from this, Turkey is going to open the floodgates to even more millions of wild Yehudis on the European continent, folks. So let me tell you, everybody in Europe that's listening to my voice right now, you better be ready. You better be watching. You better be watching to see if the Turkish-European Union deal doesn't fall apart. Because if it does, you better be prepared for millions upon millions more wild Yehudis migrating into your country, folks, because they're going to be kicked out of Turkey. And that's the card that Erdogan is holding, for Christ's sake, man. That's the card that Erdogan is holding against the European Union. That's why he's saying you better give the Turkish people visa-free travel amongst the European Union nation states. And the European Union doesn't want to do it. The European Union doesn't want to do it. So for you folks that are out there in the European nation states out there, man, you've already taken a lot. I mean, you're being completely dominated by wild Yehudis, and I feel for you. But, folks, if Turkey backs down from the European Union deal, you haven't seen nothing yet, all right? You haven't seen nothing yet. You're going to see more and more millions of Yehudis, all right, going right back into the goddamn European Union nation states, and it's going to be ridiculous, all right? I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, once again, we've got, we talked a little bit about Turkey wanting to scrap the European Union deal over visa-free travel. China is now saber-rattling its ass off over there in the South China Sea, for Christ's sake. I don't know what the hell its problem is. But ever since this ruling that went against China as far as maritime law is concerned, as it relates to the South China Sea, China has been obstinate in its dominance and its military exercises and its artificial islands that it's building out there in the South China Sea, trying to show its dominance in Asia. And look, nobody wants to talk about this particular situation, because I'm telling you this right now, folks, we are on a war footing of World War III potential, and people aren't even understanding it. Right now, China is conducting itself military operations in the South China Sea. I mean, they're launching torpedoes. They're launching missiles. They're launching different military exercises, simulating attacks, so on and so forth. I mean, they're getting prepared just in case anybody tries to move them out of the South China Sea. Now, just on a side note, typhoon season is coming into that area of the world, and some scientists believe that their little artificial island that's in the middle of the damn South China Sea could be washed away during typhoon season or monsoon season, one of those seasons out there, whatever the hell it is. We're going to get a lot of rain, we're going to get a lot of wind, they're going to get a lot of those types of environmental influences, and it could wash away their island in the South China Sea. But once again, folks, they're saber-rattling out here. They are saber-rattling out here, for Christ's sake. Now, before I get to Radio Graffiti, folks, I did criticize China, and because Blog Talk Radio is broadcasted in China, I am forced to give a rebuttal to the Communist government of China. And look, I'm sorry I even have to do this, for Christ's sake. I really don't want to do it. But hey, Blog Talk Radio, they're broadcasted in China. So, we gotta do what we have to do. Hey, do you got him on the horn, engineer? Jesus Christ. I hate talking to this guy. All right, go ahead and put him on. Mr. Fortune Cookie, are you there, sir? Oh. You see, you motherfucker out there talking all kinds of garbage about communist government of China. You don't know nothing, Ghost. We own the South China Sea. Why do you think he got the word China in it? We own that motherfucker. We own all that South China Sea. It belongs to China. And there's nothing nobody can do about it. And I'm telling you this right now, Ghost. We are taking a yeast. We are taking a yeast and we're putting down every motherfucker that talk garbage about the communist government of China. We're taking a yeast and we're going to put you all, you motherfucker, into a re-education camp. We're going to put all you motherfucker into a re-education camp. And we're taking a yeast. That's right. So all you dumbass, stupid motherfucker who continue to talk to us about South China Sea, you better watch your ass, motherfucker. We stick a chopstick right up your asshole if you come at us at the China Sea. That's right. And you want to know why we do what we do? Do you want to know why we do what we do? We do it for Chairman Mao. We do it for Chairman Mao. We do it for Chairman Mao. Oh no, my stomach hurt. Oh no. Bad egg roll. Oh no. I got nothing else to say. I am Mr. Fortune Cookie. Thank you very much. All right, get him off, Bridger. Get this idiot off, for Christ's sake, this damn stupid commie. I swear, if he was here, right in front of me, if he was in the studio here, I would blindfold this son of a bitch with dental floss. I'm that pissed off at this damn Fortune Cookie character. I would blindfold the son of a bitch with dental floss. I'm not kidding around. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's just get to Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake, all right? All right, let's just get to Radio Graffiti. I mean, and for you folks that are unaware, Radio Graffiti is the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now. The new number to call is 425-390-6146. That number again, folks, is 425-390-6146. And when I call on your area code, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. Whenever I call on your goddamn area code, for Christ's sake. Hey, engineer, do we got any goddamn Radio Graffiti callers by any chance? All right, folks. Well, let's just go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti, and let's do that right now. All right, who do we got here? We got area code, how about 915, Radio Graffiti?
This is True Satanic Radio. True Satanic Radio. I am your host, the man they call Ghost. The badass of blind magic. Give him souls or give him death. That's it. Very broadcasting from his satanic church in downtown Austin, Texas. And he'll take it from here. Your host, the King of Darkness, the man they call Ghost.
I mean, you know, I really don't appreciate that, first of all. First of all, stop messing with my damn intro, ass clowns. Jesus Christ, that's the greatest intro in radio today. And secondly, why does everybody think I'm some kind of a goddamn Satanist, for Christ's sake? I really don't appreciate that. You understand? I'm a God-fearing man. All right? How the hell are you going to sit over here and say I'm some kind of a goddamn Satanist? I really don't appreciate that one goddamn bit. We got area code 435, Radio Graffiti. Well, all right. Well, I'm glad my show can do that for you. I can tell you that right now. I'm glad that you are having a good time. How about area code 484, Radio Graffiti? I am glad to see all these fatalities that are happening because of goddamn 9/11. I'm not joking, man. You know, you're a son of a bitch. I mean, that is a shitty-ass, first of all, a shitty-ass edited splice. And secondly, I mean, screw you with that crap. We got area code, how about 909, Radio Graffiti?
Ow! Ow! Ah! Ooh! Yeah!
Yeah, that's real funny. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you idiots cost me a $250 belt whipping your virtual asses, man. I'm still pissed about that, for Christ's sake. $250 damn dollars for a damn belt down the tubes because I was whipping some stupid idiots taking them to the woodshed. 469 Radio Graffiti.
Pokemon Go. In fact, some of the amazing crew members at our own office are playing it. And I'm not judging them for checking out something new and interesting. My kids have played Pokemon, the card game, years ago.
No, don't you? I don't care what Alex Jones is doing. I don't care if Alex Jones is playing Pokemon Go. I don't care. Look, I don't want to go through that rant again. You people know what I know. You people know how I feel about that stupid, ridiculous game. 404 Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ. Engineer, you obviously have a fan or something. I don't know what the hell that's about. Who else do we got going on over here? We got area code 541, Radio Graffiti.
El Foxo Loco, your ass is mine.
Okay, that's great. All right, well, we got internet drama now going on. Is that it? Got some internet drama going on? Get out of here. Get out! 480, Radio Graffiti.
If you love Alex Jones so much, why don't you just marry him?
Yeah, that was lame, man. I'm telling you, you should be repeatedly smacked in the nuts with an Acme brick for that major goddamn fail, all right? Who else do we got? We got Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Tango Whiskey, what's up?
Look at my favorite sound! My favorite sound! You busted my favorite sound! I mean, oh, God! This must cost me $250 for Christ's sake! You made me bust myself over here for Christ's sake! I mean, oh, God! It's your fault, man! I busted my favorite self doing this, God!
Look, I'm not joking, man. That was... What, you all know the story about this crap. Yada, yada, yada. Enough of this garbage. Jesus Christ. 501, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Coach, it's Riding Snake. How you doing?
Hey, it's Riding Snake. What's going on, man?
Not much. It's been pretty warm. It's like, again, obviously it's been in, like, the high 80s again. Obviously over here in the UK, so it's been quite nice. And just to let you know, I've just been reading the news about this ridiculous honours list. You know, with Cameron, it's like, oh, whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's enough. It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, hey, stay right there, Riding Snake. I'm telling you, I think Theresa May is not going to assert Article 50. I tweeted an article stating that the creator of Article 50 made it to where it wasn't even intended to be used, for Christ's sake. So for all my fellow brethren from across the pond in Britannia, keep your eyes glued to what Theresa May is doing. I think she is a wolf in sheep's clothing. I think that she is going to keep Britannia in the EU. So keep pushing the issue, Britannia. Keep pushing that issue. Who else do we got? We got 512, Radio Graffiti.
Well, hello there, Ghost. I was wondering, could you ask your mother for me if it was hard to push a hand down out of a vagina?
No, that's just, I mean, is that really funny, man? I mean, go to jokes.com and rip something off, for Christ's sake. I mean, what the hell, man? I mean, what the hell? Oh, Jesus Christ. 708 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's G. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, G? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting my basement done so I could have a lot more to do. I hope Trump wins, man. Like, seriously.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, good luck with your basement, and I hope that Trump wins as well, believe me, all right? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. What the hell is that? A Tarzan vibrator, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. We got 808 Radio Graffiti.
Thank you for Ghost. I just want to say a good show. A shout out to Kahuna Capital, the engineer, and Donald Trump.
Hey, man, thanks a lot for calling. I appreciate it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
It will be legal in Texas to molest 10-year-old boy ass.
You son of a bitch. You're sick! You're sick! You're all sick! God damn it! Oh, God! How dare you, man? How dare you with that splice? How dare you? You see, man? You see, I got no respect, man. None. I mean, who would make such a splice? Who would make such a goddamn splice? Who would do such a thing? Give me a freaking break. Get a mic! Freaking mic, for Christ's sake. Good God! I can't believe this, man. I can't believe this crap. I'm shooting barrels to you idiots! Jesus Christ, man. I'm jaded, for Christ's sake. I'm depressed! God! I can't take this anymore! Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Is college really worth it in today's world? No. Especially if you are over the age of 18 and you are young. Well, believe it or not, boy, I was an entrepreneurial type spirit. I would go out and ask, the neighbors, the immigrants. Ask any old person, the type of garbage that would pay sheepscod to have me follow them to, the woodshed. If you have a decent-looking ass, and at the same time, if you're willing to take a pretty good slap, I think that you can actually make money off of freaking doing this kind of garbage. Try to get a job at the lowest level possible and just try to work your way up. I got an idiot offering me $100, $50. I got $1,000. And you shove it up your ass with that splice, you son of a bitch. Give me a break.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar!
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything!
You son of a bitch, man. I'm telling you, sons of bitches. 410 Radio Graffiti.
My name is Heather. I'm 43, mom of 2 beautiful children, and I'm addicted to drinking paint. As it's going down your throat, it feels very nice and warm, almost like a thicker version of warm milk, but obviously it's got that very strong chemical taste to it.
Oh, Jesus. You know what, broad? I don't want to know, all right? And you still have your children with you and you're drinking paint, you sick, twisted broad? Good God. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Abraham Lincoln is very dishonest, unbelievably dishonest, a traitor, a no-good, dirty, rotten traitor.
Oh, shut up! Don't besmirch the name of Donald Trump by splicing the man! Don't you dare! Don't you even dare! 205, Radio Graffiti. Unfortunately, we can't understand you with your goddamn Obama phone, for Christ's sake. Go ask him for his money back. Or my money back. Not his money, it's my money. Son of a bitch. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Fart in? What the hell does that mean? Folks, all you got to do is fart in my face.
Do it, engineer.
Oh, oh yeah. Oh. You son of a bitch. You're sick. You're sick. You're all a bunch of sick bricks. Oh, God. You're all a bunch of sick bricks, man. You're all a bunch of sick dog farting fetish bricks. You're sick. All of you, you're sick. Oh, my God. I mean, that's gross, man. That's sick. Oh, my God. Give me the mic. Goddamn. Good God. Oh, God. That's just disgusting, man. That's disgusting, man. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I don't even know who else to call on after that garbage, man. 978 Radio Graffiti.
This is True Charlie Radio.
True Charlie Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of the Viet Cong. Give him communism or give him death. Broadcasting from his tunnels in the rice paddies of Saigon.
Left legs and rice paddy.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the god of guerrilla warfare, the man they call
God damn it, what have I told you people? What have I told all of you? I don't want to talk about Viet fucking Nam. I don't want to talk about Viet fucking Nam. I don't know how many times I got to tell you people this. I don't want to talk about it. You ungrateful pricks. You don't know what it is to be up to your knees in rice paddies when Charlie's over there trying to You don't know what it's like. You ungrateful hippie larva. You ungrateful hippie larva. Damn you. God damn you. Jesus Christ, man. You ungrateful hippie larva. Oh, you son of a bitch. I gotta calm down, folks. But do you hear the ungratefulness of these people, man? These trolls, man. These trolls, these cyber vermin. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn mic. Jesus Christ, man. You people make me sick, man. I deserve more respect. I deserve more respect. I deserve more respect. God. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. 609 Radio Graffiti.
He's insulting. Donald Trump, when it all boils down to it, is a draft dodger. And what is the worst type of person in this country? Well, one of the...
wait a minute. He's a draft dodger. How the hell do you know that?
Wouldn't even go to war for your country or even enlist in the armed forces for your country to lead the country? No. He will never.
Oh, and Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton did? And Barack Obama did? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm asking you. And Barack Obama did, and Hillary Clinton did, and Bill Clinton did? What? You got your tongue, boy? You're still on the line. Why don't you say something there, boy? Yeah, that's what I thought. You see, you dumbass little social justice warrior fruity asses, you know, you're real quick to be like, oh, yeah, you see, I know something. I heard it on MSNBC, and I'm going to say it, and it's going to make me feel so much great. It's going to make me feel smart. Yeah? Anyway, what about what about Bill Clinton, man? This son of a bitch was a real draft dodger. This son of a bitch went to Canada in order to dodge the draft. Get the hell out of here, you stupid, dumb, fruit bowl ass, single mother whorebag kid. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Real funny. Yeah, okay, real funny. I mean, how many remixes are there, man? Good God. And look, we're getting bombarded with anonymous calls. How quaint. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. What the hell is that? What the hell kind of a vibrator was that, for Christ's sake, man? Jesus Christ. Well, Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
I'm calling on the capitalist army right now, folks, because there is a capitalist revolution happening right now before your eyes. And, of course, I don't even have to say the name of the man that is the leader of that capitalist revolution. And I'm talking about John Cena.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's a John Cena meme, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you something, all right? If you're a man who's jockeying John Cena, then you're obviously latent homosexual, okay? And look, you want a litmus test to figure out whether or not you're a homo? I got a good litmus test for you, all right? Why don't you watch the video Satisfaction by Ben Benassi, all right? Watch the video Satisfaction by Ben Benassi, and if you were in no way aroused during that video, then you're an utter fruit, that your G-spot is in your anal passage. That's all there is to it, all right? I mean, that's a litmus test to figuring out if you're a fruit bowl or if you're a real man, all right? I'm serious. I'm just saying. I'm saying, just watch that video, Ben Benassi, Satisfaction. All right, and if that does nothing for you, then you obviously want to take it up the pooper. All right, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Jesus Christ, who else do we got going on over here? We got area code 309, Radio Graffiti.
Happy Taco Tuesday.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Taco Tuesday, that's right. I'm going to have me some fajita tacos today. Go get me some fajitas. Sounds pretty goddamn good. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? I'm going to go. Thanks for in with me to another edition of Fruity Capitalist Radio. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Headroom. Oh, man. I mean, come on. Stop making me sound sound like some 2-bit cartoon, man. All right? Jesus Christ. Seriously. Anyway, we got another anonymous. Jesus Christ. Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, what's up with the fruity music, man? What are y'all fruiting up, for Christ's sake? What, is that the counter argument? If you listen to that song and your asshole gets puckered, you're a fruit bowl? I mean, give me a break, man. Jesus Christ. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Are you kidding me with these freaky remixes, for Christ's sake? I mean, good God! Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Spank Trump.
Spank Trump.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you're fantasizing about that every goddamn night. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. It's time! It's time! It's Ghoster time! Isn't it a freaking wrestling intro to some muscle-bound idiot that comes out in panties? Jesus Christ, now they're remixing it with this freaking wrestling crap. Jesus Christ, enough of that crap, man! Jesus Christ. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. You're taking too long, you stupid moron. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Oh, we're going to start with this. Start clearing some of these people out, engineer. Clear them out. Clear some of these assholes out of here. Clear them out, engineer. Yes, sir. Clear some of these assholes out so we can get some people in this son of a bitch. All right, we'll take one more call. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Oh, no, Mario. We're in trouble now. How did we let these pipes get so bad?
That's because we didn't check on them regularly. You know what else you should check on regularly, Luigi? Your prostate.
My prostate?
Yeah, I'll never...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Was that really a goddamn public service announcement by Mario and Luigi to check your prostate? A couple of pipe layers talking about prostates? I mean, give me a damn break. All right, look. We're at the end of the show here, folks. We're going to continue into the third hour here in the post-show edition. I'm not going to spend too much time on this son of a bitch, all right? Because, I just want to get out of here. I don't even want to walk down 6th Street anymore. I'm sick and tired of Austin, Texas, all right? I don't even want to stop in the bars anymore. I've got to look over my shoulder just in case a wild Jehudi is going to go a la snack bar in the middle of the goddamn street, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, I will be here tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every Monday through Friday, we are here live, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. I'll see you here tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on the True Capitalist Radio Show, baby. We are back, folks, and we are now in the third and post-show edition hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Folks, if you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I am going just to continue the show with the Radio Graffiti broadcast, folks, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. I may not do this for very long at all because, as I stated, I definitely want to, do something else. I don't want to be sitting here all day, being insulted and trolled by you stupid people that out here are unappreciative about me, are unappreciative about my knowledge, unappreciative about my capitalist endeavors, unappreciative about the knowledge, about the substance that I'm giving you on this broadcast. So I don't know how long we're going to do this, for Christ's sake. I don't know how long we're going to do this, for Christ's sake. All right, boy? All right, so let's go ahead and get to the post-show radio graffiti, boy. All right? But before I do, I do want to make an announcement, folks, that, look, I am currently looking for another residence outside of Austin, Texas, and I may do a move really fast. All right, I'm going to put my place up for sale out here. I'm getting out. But I still have not forgot about the folks that are asking about, the cans, the signed cans. For you folks that are unaware, I am going to be selling signed cans that are going to be numbered and signed by yours truly. The cans themselves will be consumed and used from Cans.way from yours truly. And I'm going to sell those. And for those folks, as I said in the last show, unfortunately, there is no way of getting around the shipping cost. There will be an option for you to pay for your own shipping, however you want to ship it. But if you just want an autographed, signed postcard or something of that nature, I'm going to be selling something like that doesn't require any kind of shipping cost. So it's kind of a one-price kind of fee deal. And, folks, I've gotten so many requests from people that actually want to pay $5 or $6 so that I follow them, so I have to watch whatever crap they crap out on Twitter. So, look, I've thought about this, and I am going to sell these things, but I'm only going to sell a limited number of them. And once every single thing is sold out, that's it. I'm not selling any more stuff like that, all right? So I'm only going to put out so many number of follows that I'm selling, some odd number of autographed postcards that I'm selling. And on the postcards, not only am I going to sign it, I'm going to say one of the sayings that yours truly usually says, for Christ's sake, and those are going to be numbered and whatnot. And, of course, there's only going to be a certain number of signed cans that yours truly is going to sell, and that's it. All right? That is it. All right? So, once again, folks, be prepared once yours truly puts this on sale. Now, I know I've been saying I want to put these on sale for a long time already, but, folks, I'm a one-man operation, and on top of doing this broadcast, I'm a capitalist, baby. I'm an independent businessman. I'm out here trading stocks, shorting stocks, trading commodities. I'm doing all kinds of stuff, all right? I'm serious. But once they finally go on sale, folks, and look, it ain't going to be no later than a couple of weeks, all right? I'm hoping to get them started selling them this week. But if we can't do it for whatever reason, we're going to do it next week for sure. And, folks, once they're sold out, they're sold out. There's only going to be a limited number of every one of these things. And once things are sold out, they are sold out. Now, I will make an announcement on this broadcast when they go on sale. And I will also make an announcement on Twitter, okay? And I'm telling you this right now. Once they are sold out, that's it. I'm not putting anything else for sale. I'm not doing anything except for the book. Now, folks, this book, I'm going to release it around the holiday season. Of course, that's the most convenient and the most marketable time of the year to be selling such a product. So that's the only other thing that I'm going to be putting out from now on, all right? I'm serious. Now, people ask me, well, what about merch, Ghost? What about a T-shirt or something of that nature? Look, I mean, I am perfectly okay with you people making your own T-shirts, okay? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, as long as you're not profiting off of my name, per se, I don't care. You can make your own merchandise. You can get creative, for Christ's sake. I know that there's a lot of people who do this little anime, cartoon, brony kind of shindig, and it's in that particular scene for them to create new caricatures and become creative and that sort of thing. So I encourage, all right? I encourage everybody to go ahead and make your own shirt, for Christ's sake. I'm serious. So once again, folks, I am going to sell these particular products that are going to be signed by me. I mean, they're just, every one of these products, with the exception of the followers on Twitter, and I think I'm only going to follow, like, I don't know how many people. I haven't decided yet, but whatever it is, that's it. I mean, we are not, once everything is sold, I'm not selling any more crap. I'm not doing the show to try to juice my fan base, all right? I'm not out here to try to utilize this particular avenue as a means of juicing fandom, all right? I mean, I do what I do because I am trying to spark synapses throughout the world of people that are listening in right now, all right? I'm not joking. I'm not kidding around, man. I mean, if I wanted to make serious money off of this broadcast, I would have done it a long time ago, all right? I would have done it a long time ago. But I don't, folks. I really am doing this in hopes of sparking synapses in the brains of people throughout the world. And I believe that a lot of these people that are here, that are listening, they will never forget these broadcasts. They're never going to forget these intimate broadcasts that we had on a consistent basis. They're not going to forget the knowledge. They're not going to forget the capitalism, the prognostications, everything discussed on this broadcast. They're not going to forget it. They're not going to forget it, all right? So once again, folks, be on the lookout for that here, if not this week, next week for sure. And look, once they go out of that, that's it. I mean, once they sell out, there's no more. All right? I am not going to put out new cans. I'm not going to put out new, signed postcards. And I sure as hell ain't going to ask more people that I can follow. I don't want to follow anybody, but if y'all are insistent and y'all are really insistent about it, we'll go ahead and do it. All right? And people are tweeting at me, why is it limited? I'll tell you why it's limited, folks, all right? It's limited because I am not going to sit here and juice a goddamn group of people, all right? I'm not going to do it, all right? I'm not going to do it, all right? So that's all there is to it. And no, I'm not selling my belt, all right? I'm not selling the belt. And if I get suspended again, if you happen to purchase me following you, I will follow you in whatever other social media realm that I happen to go to if Twitter happens to ban me to some extent. So, FYI for all you folks that are out there, right? Anyway, folks, now that I've gotten that out of the way, all right? And yes, I am going to still give out beer cans, the first 10. Actually, I'm going to keep number 1 and number 2 for collector's purposes. But 3, 4, 5, 6 through 10, I'm going to give away those for competitions, for fun, for people who are making propaganda, so on and so forth. So that's all in the works. That's going to happen within the next 2 weeks. And I hope everybody's excited as I am about it, for Christ's sake. All right, folks. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, I will announce it on this broadcast, and I will announce it on Twitter. I want to thank everybody who ahead of time who is going to purchase any of this stuff, because I'm telling you, once it's gone, ain't nobody else going to have it. I ain't going to produce any more of these. Those are going to be collector's items. I guarantee you, those are going to be collector's items. I'm not kidding around. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti, folks, so I can get the hell out of here. All right? Once again, folks, this is the post-show, third-hour edition, so nobody can call in. The only people that I'm calling on are those that are on the phone listening in right now. So let me go ahead and get to the Radio Graffiti third-hour post-show edition right now. All right, area code 213, Radio Graffiti.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
When you don't go to geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm loud. Roar!
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know what. Yeah, they're talking over there. 501 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's Ryan Snake again. How you doing?
How you doing, Riding Snake? What's going on, man?
Like I said, I was speaking to you about obviously all this Article 50 you were talking about. I was like, why? Do you know what I mean? So it's disgusting the way there's a loophole. Because I know the Remain camp obviously there was mentioned that they want to exploit it and things like that. That was obviously mentioned quite recently.
Well, and not to mention, Theresa May is still wanting to negotiate with the European Union's Customs Commission, and still wants to negotiate with the European Union under the same kind of context that Dave Cameron was negotiating. And look, I think that the Article 50 needs to be asserted, and I think that Britannia needs to be independent, and that's how the negotiations should start as it relates to any kind of economic relations with the EU and Britannia. But you see, that's not what Theresa May's doing. She's dragging her feet on this issue, and I think that those you guys out there in Britannia, man, don't let this slide. I mean, go out there and continue to make a ruckus, because they are going to try whatever it takes as it relates to stopping the Brexit from actually becoming a reality on paper.
Well, it's like I said, I mean, I think we should have a general election.
Yeah, well, I thought so too, but they knew what they were doing. Dave Cameron knew what he was doing. He knew that he resigned. They put in Theresa May. No elections for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they want to honor all those people. It's like in the Remain camp as well on this honest list. Like, why?
I'm telling you, look, Raiden Snake, and this goes for everybody who's listening in Britannia. Do not let this go over. Do not let this go over. Okay, I'm serious. I mean, what you need to do is you need to realize that these damn European Union international bureaucrats are not going to let Britannia go quietly in that good night. All right? I mean, liberty is taken. Liberty isn't given. Always remember that. Liberty is taken, not given. And that's what Britannia needs to understand. And they need to hold Theresa May's feet to the fire on this issue, and she needs to hurry up with the Article 50. And if she doesn't, then she's nothing more than a shill for the European Union. Anyway, thanks for calling in, Riding Snake. I really appreciate it, man. 513 Radio Graffiti. I would take the monkey to the damn woodshed. Let me get my belt. Give it. You bring that belt off. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go with this crap. Look, I know that's not monkey music anymore, morons. I know it's Pokemon crap. Stupid idiots, for Christ's sake. 708 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's G again. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, G? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I wanted to talk about something that I saw on YouTube that was pretty disgusting against Trump.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So I randomly saw it on YouTube, and it was a video from The Simpsons trying to talk about the freaking election. They did not make fun of Hillary once, and they went all out on Trump. It was, oh my gosh.
Hey, look, gee, I'm telling you this right now. I mean, this is an all-out assault on Donald Trump, and that's why the capitalist army and the Trump train has to go full throttle, bare knuckle with the damn mainstream media, and not just them, Hollywood, the entertainment industry, the tech industry, all right? Even institutional establishment Republicans are against Donald Trump. Establishment Republicans. So good God, folks, I'm telling you this right now. We got to confront this head on. We can't be like the Bernie Sanders people and just think that it's going to go away. We have to hit it straight on. That's why yours truly is going right at the jugular of everybody that is going at Donald Trump. That's why we exposed Khizr Khan yesterday. That's why today we're exposing Warren Buffett for being a profiteer off of America's misery. That's why we're exposing everything that we're exposing, folks. Because freedom, it takes a price. And as I stated before, liberty is taken, not given. Do you understand that, boy? Liberty is taken, not given. And that's what we're doing, folks. That's what those of us are doing on the capitalist army side. We are taking our liberty. Because, by God, these idiot bureaucrats are trying to take it away from us, and we're not going to stand for it, boy. We're not going to stand for it. And that's why I'm calling on the capitalist army and on the Trump train. It's time to double down. It's time to go to the blogs, go to the forum posts, go to the social networks, go to the chat rooms, go to the comment sections, and debate these stupid morons into oblivion, so that everybody who's looking upon that debate in that comment section will also have their minds changed. We need to change the minds of Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders people to either vote for Donald Trump or stay home during election time. That's all there is to it. We got to convince these Bernie Sanders supporters and Hillary Clinton supporters to either vote for Donald Trump or make it so uncomfortable for them to even support such criminality that they don't even go to the polls. They don't even go to the polls. I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this right now. I'm calling on the capitalist army. I'm calling on the Trump train. It's time to go bare knuckle with these pieces of trash. Do you understand that? I mean, look at all the garbage, the slanderous lies they are putting towards Trump. Look at all the media garbage that they're throwing at Trump, for Christ's sake. Don't just sit there, do something, boy. Don't just sit there, goddamn do something. Jesus Christ, who the hell else do we got? We got area code 614, Radio Graffiti. Area code 614, Radio Graffiti. Well, nobody's talking there, for Christ's sake. How about area code 559, Radio Graffiti?
Say what you want, Ghost, but don't play games with my affection. Take.
Gee, yeah, that sounds horrible, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, people, morons and fat asses sing better than that in their shower, for Christ's sake, all right? Jesus Christ. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, speaking of fan merchandise, I have a thing called TeePublic account, and I've been making fan merchandise of you. I have a book called Hambone's Guide to Butter, and it's...
Yeah, shut up, you stupid fruit bowl, all right? You'll be lucky if you don't hear from my attorneys, you dumb asshole, all right? How about another anonymous, Radio Graffiti? 73, Radio Graffiti.
Yes, I freaking love this enemy. Yeah, that sounds horrible, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, people, morons and fat asses sing better than that in their shower, for Christ's sake. Therefore, we got to convince the Bernie Sanders supporters and Hillary Clinton supporters to either vote for Donald Trump or make it so uncomfortable for them.
Jesus Christ, I just said that, man! These freaking internet butt stalker-esque freaking splices, man. Oh, my God. Anyway, who else do we got? 609 Radio Graffiti. Jeez, I mean, what the hell is that supposed to mean, man? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Fuck you, Texas, and fuck you, Lone Star Bear. Fuck that fucking Alamo and fucking Longhorn State. Fuck every Dallas cowboy that ever dropped.
Jesus Christ. Here we go again. Let's not go there, shall we? All right, Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Oh, I know what that dumb, stupid song is, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. Goodbye, horses, you clopping son of a bitches. Give me a freaking break, man. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, we don't want to hear what you're doing to your father, all right? Jesus Christ. How about area code 210, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, happy Taco Tuesday. Hope everything's doing well for you. Where exactly are you going to move if you're not in Austin anymore? Have you considered any other Texas cities nearby, like San Antonio or Dallas?
Well, that's a very good question. I'm not really considering Dallas because, I mean, it's pretty much of a war zone out there. It's not a very good city to live in, not very safe. Houston is just a garbage hole, so I'm not even considering those cities. But I am thinking possibly somewhere along the I-35 corridor. I was thinking about New Braunfels. I actually like that little town. It's a very good little city. Possibly San Marcos too, because it's still kind of a partyish town out there. A lot of college kids out there. San Antonio, I've considered. The only reason I don't like San Antonio is because it's basically like Austin as it relates to as municipal laws are concerned. And basically, the majority of San Antonio economics is nothing but bureaucrats as it relates to the money circulation situation in that city. I mean, it's nothing but bureaucrats in San Antonio that are making the money. There's not too many private businesses that are in San Antonio, and if there are, it's pretty much monopolized with the help of the city government itself. So that's the only reason why I'm considering not. But do you have any suggestions?
Well, New Braunfels actually is a good place to start out. I haven't really heard too many negative things there. I actually have a lot of family and friends in that area, but not really that I can think of.
All right. Well, hey, thank you very much. Want to give a shout-out to anybody?
A shout-out to you, Engineer, for asking Teutonic Play, and, of course, Tub Guy.
All right. Hey, thank you very much for calling in. Look, like I said, I don't know where the hell I'm going. I mean, I was even thinking about getting a place off the coast, but then the wife was telling me that if there's a hurricane, we'd have to get, out. We'd leave our possessions, then we'd have to go through that whole insurance process. So, might as well save a pain in the ass. So I really don't know where the hell I'm going. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where the hell I'm going. All right, I'm thinking New Braunfels, but I'm not sure. Or Selma. Believe it or not, I heard that Selma is the worst place to pass through in the I-35 corridor. More tickets are written in Selma than any other, I think, county or any other county, I believe, or small town in Texas. So I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, folks, let's continue going on, shall we? Got area code 337, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. First of all, have you heard about this thing in New York that they recently passed where if you use the wrong gender pronoun for an individual, you're liable to get fined up to $2,500, $1,000? It's ridiculous. And also, second of all, we heard you slip up yesterday, man. Before you went in that little almost anxiety episode, you played some of your own splices where you're like, this is America, and then the one where you're like, oh, I got to go get some more beer, man. You got to get your shit together, Ghost.
I don't even understand what the hell you're talking about. That's the end of the song, you dumbass. That's the end of the song of the freaking Electric Fence True Capitalist Radio song. He put in and mixed in, this is America, this is America. I mean, you understand? I mean, that's him, you dumbass. That isn't me. Jesus Christ. This goes to show you what kind of an ear you're working with, you fruity-ass bastard. Jesus Christ. You see what kind of stupid people that we're dealing with, for Christ's sake? I'm serious, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Inside me was a flame that burned inside me every time you came. Inside me was a flame.
Hey, look, I played that song because of D-Ray, all right? All right? That was a song written by Calvin Harris when he was still taking him the pooper pre-Taylor Swift, and we played that song in honor of D-Ray because he's an HIV/AIDS advocate and an LGBT advocate and a power bottom, all right? That's why we played it, for Christ's sake. And if you all are unaware of that song, I mean, that's what he really says. He really says that in that song. It's called Disco Heat. He says, inside him was a flame that burned brighter every time he came. That's what Calvin Harris said, for Christ's sake. So for all you ladies that look at Calvin Harris, you're like, oh, my God, he's so hot. He's taking it in the pooper. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Shalom, you filthy goyim. My name is Mordecai Goldwyn, and you all owe a debt to the Jewish people, you filthy Aryans. If I sexy on gorilla, and then you kill them a Holocaust. Oh, I'm sliding my mercies on the time.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is that, for Christ's sake? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Room 073 Radio Graffiti. He's taking it in the pooper. What the hell was that? What in the hell was that? Jesus Christ with these calls, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. First of all, your Obama phone sucks, and secondly, enough of the goddamn remixes, for Christ's sake! Jesus Christ. Area code 205, Radio Graffiti.
This is True Confederate Radio. True Confederate Radio. I am your host, the man they call Ghost. All that obsession is complete. Maybe Texas needs to separate from the United States of America. Broadcasting from the Confederate compound in Austin, Texas. It will be legal in Texas to spank ears. And now, he'll take it from here. The advocate for the return of the Confederacy. The man they call
You son of a... God damn it! You son of a bitch! I've got your Confederacy right here, boy! I've got your Confederacy right here on this Johnson! I got your Confederacy right here on this Johnson, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Oh, my God, you son of a bitch. I got your goddamn Confederate. I got your Confederate, you son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. You son of a bitch. I got your Confederate boy. All you goddamn single mother larva, you dirty dish rag whore single mother larva. I'm telling you, you are lucky that I am not your daddy. I would take you into that woodshed and give you something you'd never forget, boy. You understand it? Yeah! Yeah! Take that, boy. Take that. Yeah! 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 Ha! Take you in that goddamn woodshed, boy. Yeah! 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 Ha! Ha! I'm telling you, boy, you're lucky. You're lucky I'm not your daddy, boy. You're lucky I'm not your goddamn daddy. You know what? I've had just about enough of this crap. I've had just about enough of this crap. It's already goddamn 30 minutes into the third hour, for Christ's sake. I'm done with this crap. You people have ruined my Taco Tuesday. You people have ruined my Taco Tuesday. Good God. You know, now I don't even want to have fajita tacos, for Christ's sake. Now I don't even want to have fajita tacos because of you. I'm not even going to be able to enjoy my Taco Tuesday because of you troll terrorists and cyber vermin bastards. Oh. Let me have a drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. All right, I'm getting the hell out of here, folks, all right? I can't take any more of this, for Christ's sake. I mean, every time I take a goddamn radio graffiti call, every time I take a damn Twitter shout-out, I mean, every time I try to be interactive with the fans out here, this is the kind of crap I get. And it just gets overwhelming. It gets overbearing. It just, God. I just can't do this anymore, folks. I'm going to take a step back for the day. I'm getting the hell out. I'm getting out. Anyway, folks, if you haven't already done so, please, you scumbags, since you're ruining my Taco Tuesday, since you have ruined my goddamn Taco Tuesday, follow me on Twitter at the very least, you scumbags. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. And of course, folks, bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. You can download every episode that yours truly has ever conducted at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every episode that yours truly has ever conducted since 2008 is there to download. The prognostications are all time dated and stamped, baby. I am the prognosticator of prognosticators, boy. I am the underground. I am the underground. Why do you think that I say something and then 2 or 3 days later everybody else starts saying it, boy? I am the underground, boy. I am the underground. I'm going to calm down here. I'm going to calm down here, folks. Once again, I'm going to be here tomorrow and spread it around like wildfire, man. Go out there and spread the word about the show, for Christ's sake, man. We cannot go over this 50,000 live listener threshold, for Christ's sake, and I want to break it. I want to go over straight over the top of it, for Christ's sake. So spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am the underground. Don't you feel it? Don't you understand it? Do you feel the passion? Do you feel the fury? Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. All right? I'll be here tomorrow. And you better be here too, boy. And you better bring some people that haven't listened to the broadcast. You better bring them in too, boy. I'm out of here. All right? Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism, death to socialism, death to communism, and death to totalitarianism. I'm out of here. See you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, scumbags.
Support for this podcast comes from the Utah Office of Tourism, announcing the Four Corners Schools Canyon Country Discovery Center, offering hands-on exhibits, educational tours, and a variety of field-based hiking and rafting adventures. From day trips to week-long adventures throughout the Colorado Plateau. Nearby attractions include Canyonlands National Park, Hovenweep National Monument, Natural Bridges National Monument, Monument Valley Tribal Park in Cedar Mesa. FourCornersSchool.org. Support for this podcast comes from the Utah Office of Tourism, announcing the Four Corners Schools Canyon Country Discovery Center, offering hands-on exhibits, educational tours, and a variety of field-based hiking and rafting adventures. From day trips to week-long adventures throughout the Colorado Plateau. Nearby attractions include Canyonlands National Park, Hovenweep National Monument, Natural Bridges National Monument, Monument Valley Tribal Park in Cedar Mesa. FourCornersSchool.org.